My best friend's boyfriend and I. I slept with my best friend's boyfriend, I'm done. At this moment, I heard the sound of water splashing in the bathroom next door. I woke up naked from the bed and realized with horror that I slept with my best friend's boyfriend. I opened my phone and saw 1,000 unread messages and dozens of missed calls, all from Sieran. She will definitely kill me, right? My best friend Sieran is a small internet celebrity who became famous by shooting short videos. After becoming famous, she changed boyfriends frequently. She just called me today and said that she would introduce her new boyfriend to me in the afternoon. A new boyfriend. I was shocked. No way. You just broke up a few days ago. Oh, this one is different. This one is super handsome. Sieran was so excited that she raised her voice. It's a model from S Company. He's 183 centimeters tall, with long legs and beautiful eyes. Heh, you're a face lover. I interrupted and scolded, the wound has healed and the pain has been forgotten. I won't forget it. I'm here to ask you to check it today, right? Sieran said in a playful and flattering way. It's still the same old place and the same routine. You know. Okay. I know. The old place is Sieran's studio. The old routine is that I pretend to seduce her boyfriend, test loyalty, and shoot prank videos. This is also the most popular series of Sieran's short videos recently. I dressed up, put on the sexiest bandage skirt in the bottom of the box, and took a photo. Sieran, wow, it's so beautiful. I'm drooling when I see it. Wife kiss. Me, get out, I'm doing this for you. Me, don't forget the post-production. Sieran, got it, I'll cover your face in the post-production. I just think it's a pity. Me, it's not a pity. Not showing my face when participating in prank videos is my most basic bottom line. Are the equipments ready? Sieran, yes. I arrived early, the studio was open and no one was there. I checked several hidden cameras and they were indeed on and recording. Judging from the time, Sieran had just left. I was about to go out, but I bumped into a hard chest. Oh. My heels were unstable and I fell backwards to the ground. I heard a crack sound, damn. My skirt must have been torn somewhere. Oh, sorry. The man who came in hurriedly leaned over to help me up. I raised my eyes and saw a handsome face that suddenly approached and enlarged. The one who came towards me was Sieran's new boyfriend. Oh my god, this is really different, just like Sieran said, super handsome. Especially his doe eyes, so pretty. His eyelashes are so long, flickering, and his eyes are watery, clean and clear. He is my type. But it doesn't match his 183 centimeters height, long legs and shiny suit. But he is a model, so it is understandable. Are you okay? He looked worried. It's okay. I was just stunned by the handsome guy. Of course, this is what I thought in my heart, but I can't say it out loud. Not so good, I seem to have sprained my foot. I frowned. Gently, slowly. When he helped me up, I pretended to lean against him and blew into his ear in an ambiguous tone. His ears were slightly red. It turns out that all men can't stand this. One move. Oh. Ouch. I rubbed his arm with my chest, and then shyly pushed it away while apologizing, oh, sorry. His cheeks became even redder, and he lowered his eyes and didn't look at me. I have participated in several shootings to test men, so I am quite experienced. But he was still a gentleman, half hugging me to the sofa, and tried his best not to touch my body the whole time. How are you? After putting me down, he took a step back. My ankle hurts. I slowly bent down with my back pressed, and stretched my arms towards my legs. This action can maximize the display of my cleavage. He should be able to see it. Can you help me, rub it? I squeezed my voice as delicately as possible. Ruru looked pitiful. Okay. He had no choice, because I didn't give him a choice. His throat rolled, and he slowly leaned down, half knelt down, and helped me rub my ankle. His fingertips were warm, and the strength was just right. His slender fingers were white and thin, and each joint was just right. His nails were trimmed cleanly. Are you feeling better? He raised his head and looked at me again. I blushed instantly. Oops, I was staring at someone in a trance again. Much better. Thank you. I smiled sweetly at him and led him to sit down. This is all my fault, the heels of my shoes were too high. Oh no, if you want to blame someone, you should blame me, I bumped into you first. He also apologized quickly. He looks quite well educated. There is no flaw in his sense of propriety and attitude at the moment. I forgot to ask, may I ask who you are? I pretended not to know him. Oh, hello, my name is Xu Xingyao, a model of S Company, this is my business card. He handed over his name card. Oh, stage name. Why are you here? Did your girlfriend bring you here? Oh, my friend brought me here, but she's out now, so I'll have to wait for her here, saying she'll meet a friend later and talk about shooting a short film. You're so funny, Xiaoran, you just left me here and left without telling me the plot. And you're talking about shooting a short film. You'll talk about it when you come out after the prank is over, right? What a coincidence, me too. I just needed an excuse. Hello, my name is Lin Yu, director Jiang Ran asked me to come here, saying there's a short film project, it can't be the same one you told me about, right? Oh, that's possible. He really believed it. He was still nodding. I leaned closer to him with my arms and tilted my head. He, so you are the male lead I will be acting with later. Tilder, I have heard that the male lead is very handsome, and today I saw that he is indeed the case. He. Maybe I got too close to him suddenly, or maybe I praised him too bluntly. He turned his face away again, he must be shy again. This reaction is as cute as a child. I got playful again, got closer, and teased him. Director Jiang also said that we can try out the play in advance. Hey, did you read the script before you came? No. Didn't you read the script? I pretended to be surprised. So you came directly? Huh. The child was a little scared by me. Let me ask you a question, I whispered in his ear, do you have a girlfriend? Why do you ask this? Because there is a kissing scene in the script. I said openly, we may have to kiss in a while. Are you sure your girlfriend won't mind? His eyes widened immediately. It's so fun to tease him. He thought for a long time before speaking, I don't have a girlfriend. But I didn't say that before I came. Okay, no girlfriend. Is he starting to show his flaws? I was secretly happy. That's not right, I pretended to be surprised. Are you sure Director Jiang asked you to come? Of course, Director Jiang ran. He was also in a trance, but we may not be in the same project. He must be confused now, why would his girlfriend arrange a kissing scene for him to kiss someone else? Har. That should be right. As I said that, I got up and went to the wine cabinet to get a bottle and a glass of wine, poured it and handed it to him. Come on, have some wine and relax. Director Jiang and I are very familiar with each other. I come here often. It's almost like my own home. I'm telling the truth. When I'm not busy at work, I help here. I stay here longer than at home. I don't get paid for doing all kinds of chores. I think it's really a loss. Is that so? He nodded, convinced. Then, what is the specific content of the script? What content? Since you haven't seen it, I can just write whatever I want, right? It's not complicated, I made up, drinking and saying, the heroine is drinking alone in a bar, and the hero falls in love with her at first sight and forcefully kisses her. Later, the two get together. He looked confused. The plot doesn't seem to make sense. Why is it unreasonable? I poured another glass. Why does the heroine have to drink alone in a bar? What's the reason? I'm always like this, a girl, life is not going well, love is not going well, career is not going well, there are many reasons to drink alone. Oh? For example. He spun the wine in the glass and looked at me playfully. For example, you are single and live alone. In the morning, the sewer is blocked and the toilet is broken. When you go to the bathroom at the company, you overhear your colleagues talking about you behind your back. Then you know who stole your previous project. You are excluded by your peers and compete with your juniors. As a woman, your promotion space is getting narrower and narrower. You feel pressured, but there is no one to talk to. Your best friend's career is booming and she changes boyfriends all the time, but you are still alone. Your parents only know how to urge you to get married. No one cares about what you think. I drank it all in one gulp. When I came to my senses, I found that he had been staring at me. I blushed immediately. Why did I tell him this? What I mean is, he corrected, why did the male lead fall in love at first sight just by seeing her drinking alone? Oh, that doesn't matter. I explained, love at first sight has nothing to do with drinking alone. Then what does it have to do with? As for men, I looked at the ceiling. When men fall in love at first sight, they just look at the face, the breasts, the legs, the figure, because the female lead is pretty. Men, after all, are superficial animals. Heh. He couldn't help laughing. I didn't expect you to know men so well. That's right. Of course, I'm an expert. Then you must have had a lot of men. No. My relationship experience is pitifully small, but haven't you seen pigs run before even if you haven't eaten pork? I've seen too many pigs. He covered his mouth with his knuckles, but still couldn't hide his smile, and just stared at me. For some reason, I felt uncomfortable being looked at by him, and I couldn't help but feel my face and body starting to get hot. Come on, have another drink. I clinked glasses with him and drank it all again. I wanted to use drinking to cover up the embarrassment, but the hot wine went down my throat, and my body became hotter, and a thin layer of sweat appeared. I couldn't help but pull my collar. Okay, even if that's the case, he leaned on the sofa and continued to ask, then, why did the male protagonist forcefully kiss the female protagonist? Because I like her, I said nonchalantly. If you like her, you have to forcefully kiss her. Are you sure? He said half jokingly and half seriously, if you like her, shouldn't you get to know her first? Make sure that the two of you have feelings for each other, before kissing. Damn. Why are his eyes so beautiful? When he said this, he stared at me, his eyes curved and sweet, as if soaked in honey. No need. I tried to find a reasonable explanation. Well, this is a script, not a diary. We don't need to restore it one-to-one according to reality. What we want is the impact of the picture. Hit the excitement points of female audiences. Female audiences like forced kisses. I think. Anyway, I like it. I blushed as soon as I said it. Oh my God, what am I talking about? How come the words came out without thinking? My face was hot, my mind was buzzing, I was already talking nonsense, and I was still trying to save it. Besides, do two people need to chat to confirm whether they have feelings? Eye contact can confirm it. As soon as their voice fell, he suddenly stood up and pressed his whole body towards me. I was terrified and fell down, and was trapped on the sofa by him. Oh my God! What is he going to do? My heart beat violently and my breathing became rapid. He supported the sofa with his arms, and loomed over me like a mountain, occupying all my sight and blocking all my ways. His eyes were fixed on mine, entangled with me, torn and entangled. I wanted to run away and not look at him, but I couldn't do it at all. As soon as my eyes wanted to drift away, they were immediately caught back and nailed to the board. Eyes confirm. He suddenly spoke, and a wave of heat rushed to my face. Is that so? Oh my God, what kind of eyes is this? There was a blazing fire in his eyes, and a watery light, with the domineering oppression of a male animal, but also covered with a layer of ambiguous tenderness. So contradictory. I have never been stared at by such eyes. I just felt the blood rushing up, my body was on fire, and my whole body was about to burn. You, Mum. Before you said, what are you going to do, he was blocked. He just kissed me directly. His hot lips pressed against mine, and before I could react, he took the initiative to rush in. Break in. So hot. So hot. My brain went blank, and my whole body felt numb as if it had been electrified. His breath was overbearing and rich, filling my mouth. He mercilessly conquered my territory and occupied my entire mind and rationality. I was so dizzy from the kiss that I had no power to resist. A layer of mist quickly rose in front of my eyes. Mum? I don't know how long it took before I regained some of my sanity and began to struggle to break free and push him away. Don't. Although he stopped, his eyes were still drawn, as if he was still not satisfied. Let me go. I panted, and a sense of inexplicable grievance, sadness and weakness surged in my heart, and my eyes moistened. He saw that I looked like I was about to cry, and then he panicked. I'm sorry. I pulled away in a panic and fled from under him. When I stood up, I found that my legs were weak from the kiss. Damn it. At this time normally, Xiao Ran should have jumped out and called for cut. Where did this damn woman go now? Woo 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 woo. I fell down on the single-seater sofa next to him, keeping a safe distance from him, and subconsciously adjusted the hem of my skirt and collar. The atmosphere instantly became ambiguous and awkward, and there was a strong fishy smell in the air that couldn't be dissipated. What did you just do? I still couldn't help but scold. His face changed from cloudy to bright, with a burst of red and white, and he had to awkwardly continue, I'm sorry, I didn't expect you to react so strongly. I just followed what you just said. What did I just say? What did I say? Oh, yes, eye contact and then forceful kiss, right. Okay, I did say it. Okay then. I had to suffer a loss in silence, then I declare that the audition is over now. It's okay. Okay. He fell silent and went down the slope. The air was quiet again. Oh my god. This is so embarrassing. Why hasn't Xiaoran come yet? I was irritable and depressed. I fanned myself again and again, but there were still layers of sweat on my forehead. I poured myself a few more glasses of wine and finally suppressed my panic. I called Xiaoran's phone repeatedly, but I couldn't get through. Either no one answered or they hung up on me. I was really angry. Me, Xiaoran? Where have you been? Call me back quickly. Me, I've been in the studio for a long time. When will you arrive? Me, I don't want to be alone with your boyfriend. It's too embarrassing. After a while, Xiaoran finally replied. Ran, sorry, honey, it's my fault. I forgot that I had an appointment with a client today. I'm so busy here that I can't leave. Please wait for me a little longer. Me, okay? There's no way. It seems that I can only wait a little longer. I got up and went to the wine cabinet, and took out 2 more bottles of the most expensive wine. While drinking, I thought, Xiaoran, you owe me all this. Suddenly, he, who had been sitting in the next seat in silence, spoke, I know. Huh. I turned my head and found that his eyes had been on me. No way, he had been staring at me just now. What do you know? I swallowed my saliva. In fact, there is no script at all, right? He said slowly. I was startled. In fact, there is no project at all, and there is no audition at all. Everything you did just now was a lie to me. You are testing me, right? He squinted his eyes, with an expression that saw through everything. Puff. I almost spit out a mouthful of wine. This. How did he guess it? Did something of mine expose it? No, I didn't do anything. He smiled, it seems that I guessed right. So, why did you lie to me? His eyes were burning, and I was stared at like an ant on an iron plate, extremely anxious, but nowhere to hide. Humph. I pretended to be calm and said with all my strength, didn't you lie to me too? Xu Xingyao is not your real name, right? And, you have a girlfriend, right? No matter what, we can't lose in momentum. Is there any misunderstanding between us? As expected, his momentum was a little weaker, and he explained, Xu Xingyao is a good stage name, but I really don't have a girlfriend. He. I chuckled, whether it is a misunderstanding or not, let's talk about it when director Jian comes. Wait a minute, I will definitely expose you in front of Xiaoran. It would be too unsatisfying to tell you the truth now. It's better to wait until everyone is together and the time is right, and then reveal it together. Oh. He suddenly looked enlightened, I see. You are shooting their test boyfriend loyalty series of videos, right? No wonder. He laughed with relief, I was wondering why you look so familiar. You other little orange who often appears. No way. He guessed everything right. How did you recognize me? My face flushed immediately, obviously the face was covered during the post-processing of the video. Because I am a loyal fan. He looked at me and laughed, I like you so much. I didn't expect you to be cuter in person than in the video. How can you praise someone face to face like this? This guy, is he not ashamed? Anyway, I blushed. But after watching so many videos, I never thought that this would happen to me, har. He complained to me, I was saying, why are you so weird, you were so enthusiastic to me at the beginning, but suddenly you became so cold. Okay, it turned out that it was the part where I was too cold to him after the kiss and ran away, and the attitude contrast was too big that exposed it. Okay, I understand it now. But, I didn't expose it in the beginning, right? I think my acting is okay. The beginning, it's just a little greasy. He scratched his head. Huh? Where is it greasy? I widened my eyes. Just at the beginning. He blushed a little too enthusiastic, too proactive, always deliberately sticking to me, making me a little uncomfortable. Huh? I was shocked to the point of collapse. So at the beginning, I saw that he always turned his head away and avoided my sight. In fact, he was not too shy to look at me, but thought I was disgusting. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. It's so shameful. My career has suffered a devastating blow. Oh no, my sideline career. I took 2 more sips of wine and said with a wry smile, oh my God, am I such a failure? No, no, no. He hurriedly explained, the later part is much better. The drinking and chatting part feels very real. This explanation is better than not explaining it. I didn't act any more later. Really. He saw that I was still depressed and was still trying to save it. I was really moved by you later. You were, so. What's so special? I looked up and met his face, only to find that his face was flushed. My heart couldn't help but beat again. What? Why are you looking at me like this? It makes me embarrassed too. At this moment, my phone suddenly rang. It was so timely, it really saved my life. I quickly hid in the tea room and answered the phone. Ran. You finally called me back, I was so anxious. When are you coming? Sorry, dear, I'm so sorry for you today. I still need some time for this, Ran said. I've almost talked to their agent, but his artist hasn't arrived yet. I'll urge him again. It will be soon. I glanced through the screen and saw that he was still fiddling with his phone on the sofa. Okay, I'll wait for you here, then at least let your boyfriend go back first. It's too awkward for us to stay together. I whispered. He's already here? It shouldn't be. Ran said, okay, I'll call him right now and ask him to come over. Don't worry. Sorry. After that, Ran quickly hung up the phone. Soon, I heard his phone ringing on the other side of the screen. It seems that Ran's phone has rang. He turned to the door to answer the phone. Oh, okay. I'll be there in a minute. I have something going on here. Okay. Got it. I pretended to know nothing and returned to my seat, just as he came back from the phone. If you have something to do, leave first. I gathered my hair and said as naturally as possible. Oh, I'm fine. But he had no intention of leaving, sat down again, and poured wine. I'll have 2 more drinks with you. No. I said hurriedly, didn't someone just look for you? Go quickly. Don't rush, he raised his glass, it's just unimportant work. Come on, I'm sorry just now, I'll punish myself with a glass. To make up for you. Don't hit a smiling person. He said so, and I couldn't drive him away anymore. He drank it all in one gulp, and then said, I hope you can forgive me, just now. I didn't hurt you, did I? Hurt? The forced kiss just now. Well, that's not the case. I said with a red face. Oh, that's good, I saw you were about to cry. I thought. He didn't finish his words, which was very ambiguous. Oh, that's it, I tried to explain, I just felt it was too sudden, a little scared. Yeah, he nodded, I said this plot is unreasonable, right? Kissing at first sight, this male protagonist is too much of a hooligan. Oh, you're right. It sounds reasonable. It seems that I still don't understand men well enough, it's useless to just watch pigs run. I laughed at myself. My understanding of men is not even as good as the wine in my glass. But I'm curious, he suddenly looked up, you are so beautiful and cute, how come you have never eaten pork? You are really good at flattering people, how can I be so good? I thought for a moment and said, maybe it's because I'm a Hui Muslim. Eating pork makes me sick. Har. He couldn't help laughing. Hui Muslims don't eat pork not because it's sick, but because they believe that pigs are their gods. Oh. Okay, I'm so stupid, I exposed my ignorance again. That may be my inaccurate expression, just. I want to say that I may be gay. Oh. His eyebrows moved, his expression was playful. To be honest, I fell in love with my roommate when I was in college. There is no one in the world who treats me better than her. Until I graduated from college, she didn't know I liked her. I said while drinking, I especially like the feeling of hugging her, and I often fantasize about sleeping with her. What kind of sleep? It's the kind of sleep where you hug and bury your head in her arms. Thinking of her, my eyes were a little blurry again. She is like a large plush toy, which makes people feel very safe. Drink less. He suddenly came up and took my wine glass. I finally came to my senses. Damn, why did I tell him all this? What happened later? He continued to ask. Did you date a boy again? I tried, I was always on blind dates. I took the glass back. It's a pity that men, they all look at your face, breasts, buttocks, to see if you can satisfy his sexual desire, to see if you can give him a big fat son, to see your money, car, and gift, to see if it's worth marrying you home, and whether you are cost effective. I cursed and drank more and more. What a crappy wine. It really doesn't live up to its price tag. But not all boys are like this. He was defending his compatriots. Yes, all the good boys are already in love. I looked at him, as if I saw countless of him, and as if I saw countless pasts, either married or had a girlfriend. No, that's not what I meant, he shook his head. Sometimes, this is due to our prejudice. In the past, I also had prejudices and misunderstandings about some girls, but gradually I found that as I got to know them better, many people were not what they seemed on the surface. I didn't understand. I was confused. Take you for example, he suddenly stared at me. At first I saw you wearing that kind of clothes and doing that kind of behavior. I was very resistant and prejudiced, but gradually I found that it was not the real you. Until I saw your real, straightforward and lovely side, I found that you were particularly charming. When he said this, he was very serious and sincere. Unfortunately, he got the wrong person. At this time, I was half asleep and half dead, and I couldn't hear what he was saying at all. Well, good, charming. I agreed while drinking. Are you okay? No. You can't drink anymore. He came over again, snatched the wine glass and hid it behind his back. Give it back to me. I hugged him and tried to snatch it. You are drunk. I am not. I threw him on the sofa. He didn't have much flesh on his body, so he was very sensitive to my touch. He dodged a few times and then gave up the resistance. I successfully touched the wine glass. I looked up and took a look. For some reason, his face was unusually red. Is he unhappy? I am not happy yet. Why do you always stop me? I complained. Alcoholism makes me happy, and no one can stop me from drinking. Do you often drink alone like this? So what? What do you mean? You are a girl, and you are always like this. It's dangerous. His eyebrows were raised, and he looked so interesting. Har 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 har. I burst into laughter. Who are you? My mom? Do you care about me? His face turned even redder, all the way to his ears. Just then, his phone rang again. Hello, but I can't leave now. Okay. I know. I have an emergency here now, I really can't leave. Don't ask what the situation is, it's important to me anyway. I know. At most, we won't talk about it, okay? It doesn't matter if it's just one more time, right? Well, just tell her next time. Okay. That's it. Alcoholism makes me happy, which is true in most cases, but alcoholism sometimes also brings me panic, a panic of memory loss. When he came back, I was drunk like a piece of water tofu. He held me up and pinched my face. Are you okay? Are you okay? I couldn't open my eyes, and then I realized that my face was wet. What is this? Tears. Did I cry? When and why did I cry so hard? You said, am I gay? I don't know why I said this when I opened my mouth, maybe because I was already unconscious. He almost laughed at me. I don't think so. Why? Based on the reaction when I kissed you just now, it's definitely not. He smiled. Kiss? Did we just kiss? Wait, who is the person in front of me? Do you want to try again? He smiled with his eyes curved, as beautiful as a crescent moon, too beautiful to be real. Hum. The above is the last content left in my consciousness. At this moment, the sound of water splashing came from the bathroom next door. I woke up naked from the bed and realized one thing with horror: I slept with my best friend's boyfriend. It's over. I'm done. I opened my phone and saw 1,000 unread messages and dozens of missed calls, all from Sieran. She will definitely kill me, right? I wrapped myself in a sheet and tiptoed to the bathroom door. There was steam and fog inside. A naked man was vaguely visible, but his face was not clear. Ouch, Now it's all right. I slipped and fell directly into his arms. It was really strange, we were like magnets, the more we tried to separate, the tighter we were. Ah! You close your eyes and don't look at me. I was about to cry. Okay, don't worry, I won't look. Don't touch me either. After a lot of trouble, the ridiculous bathroom fuss finally subsided. We both put on the hotel's bathrobes, and finally we were not naked. I'm sorry. He lowered his head like a child who had done something wrong, pitiful. Humph. It would be better if he didn't apologize. The more he apologized, the more wronged I felt. Don't cry. He wanted to come up and wipe my tears. Don't worry, I didn't see anything just now. What's the use? You must have seen it when you were doing that, right? Go away. I want to go home. I couldn't stop crying. Where are my clothes? Give them back to me. Woo. Oh. He was embarrassed. Your clothes are too vomited to wear. I've already asked the hotel to wash them. Well, don't worry. I'll ask the front desk to send 2 new sets of clothes up right away. As he said that, he went to make a phone call. Just at this moment, my phone also vibrated. It was Sieran's call. What's coming will always come. Forget it. Let's die. I gritted my teeth and answered the phone. Yeah. You finally answered the phone. I was so anxious, I couldn't contact you all night. Where are you now? Sieran's voice was hoarse. Woo. I didn't know where I was. I glanced at the room card on the bedside. I'm in S Hotel 303. Honey, are you crying? Sieran was immediately anxious. What's wrong with you? What happened? Did someone bully you? I didn't know how to explain. I'm sorry, Sieran. Woo. Don't worry, I'll come to you right now. Sieran was anxious. South Hotel is very close, I'll be there soon. After hanging up the phone, I was even more sad. I fell into the quilt and covered myself with tears. Sieran is so good to me, so concerned about me, but I did this. I am such a bad person. Don't cry. Don't cry, okay? I feel so bad when you cry like this. He was still explaining to me through the quilt. You drank too much at that time and vomited everywhere. I really didn't know what to do, so I brought you here. Don't talk to me. Woo. I don't want to talk to you now. I covered the quilt tightly, buried my head in it like an ostrich, and refused to communicate. Bang. After a while, there was a knock on the door. The hotel waiter came to deliver clothes, and with the clothes came Sieran. Neymar, you are the one who bullied my yaya, right? Beat him up for me. Sieran actually brought a thug. Misunderstanding. I didn't, He was defeated. Sir, you ladies, you can't break in, The waiter at the door couldn't stop them at all. The room was in chaos. Sieran rushed in, hugged me who was crying, and checked around. Yeah. How are you? Are you okay? Are you not injured? I'm sorry, Sieran. I decided to confess to her directly. I slept with Liang Yu. Liang Yu is the name of Sieran's boyfriend. But Sieran was not angry, and looked at me in confusion. Yeah, what are you talking about? The melee finally subsided, and the truth was revealed. I was so shocked that I couldn't speak for a long time. Sieran was already trying hard to hold back his laughter. It turned out that Liang Yu was the thug brought by Sieran. Then who are you? I was already shaking. That, he was also trying to hold back his laughter. In that case, I'll introduce myself again. My name is Xu Xingyuan, a model of S Company, and my stage name is Xu Xingyao. I've said it many times, I don't have a girlfriend. Yes, he has said it many times, he doesn't have a girlfriend. And I must explain, he blushed. Nothing happened last night. I only took a shower because I was covered in vomit, and your clothes were changed by the hotel staff. What? R. Because of this, Seiran made me laugh for more than half a month. Every time we meet, she has to tease me. Har 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 har. Seiran hugged me and kissed me fiercely. Honey, I watched all the content recorded by the camera today, it's so exciting. My god, you are so cute. Seducing people can seduce the wrong way, dirty and pure, it's really the most contradictory I have ever seen, but so natural. Get out of here. Don't get close to me. I struggled. No wonder Mr. Shu likes you so much. If I were a man, I would love you to death. Seiran threw the copy de car to me. Tonight our collaborative short film will be officially filmed, you should go with us. I won't go. I was angry. Wait, what did she say just now? Xu Xingyuan likes me. Why does she always say this? No, no. You must go. Mr. Shu is willing to give us this face just for you. If you don't go, I'm done. Seiran pulled my arm. Please. Wife. Come on. He must be laughing to death in his heart. I am so dumb and stupid, how can he like me? Anyway. You have to go even if you don't want to. I will tie you up today. Seiran saw that the soft way didn't work, so he had to use the hard way. The night was like water, breaking up the ambiguous neon lights. They filmed the encounter between the hero and heroine at the door of the convenience store. 3 camera lights hit him, 1 face light, reflecting his handsome face, 1 cont light, outlining his perfect outline, turning his hair on his forehead into gold, and 1 side light, highlighting his straight and tall nose bridge. He is so beautiful. Let everyone's eyes focus on him, every move attracts your attention and your heart. Of course, what I love most is his pair of deer eyes, affectionate and charming, with a bit of innocence. At this time, he suddenly raised his eyes and looked in my direction. Our eyes met, and I was caught peeping. My face immediately turned red. I quickly looked away. The shooting was over, and he ran towards me. Sorry, I kept you waiting. He smiled at me. I'm not waiting for you. I said quickly, gathering my hair that was blown by the river breeze. I'm waiting for Seiran. He laughed. Then did you notice that Seiran and the others had left a long time ago? Really? No way. I quickly looked around. Okay, it's true. This Seiran is too unreliable. Why does he always leave without waiting for me recently? He always leaves me alone. Did they collude? You definitely didn't notice, because you were looking at me just now, right? He smiled sweetly. Who is looking at you? You are so self-indulgent. I puffed up my face. Besides, you have been looking at the beautiful heroine, how could you know that I am looking at you? What's wrong? Jealous. He laughed, showing a row of white teeth. How is it possible? I hit him. Of course I know you are looking at me. I don't need to confirm it with my eyes, I can feel it just by feeling it. He even explained it seriously. Not only when you look at me, but also when you don't look at me, I can feel that you are thinking about me. Because you like me, I like you too. My face gradually burned up. The night wind blowing on my face became hot. What are you talking about? I couldn't believe it. Be my girlfriend. Lin Yu. He suddenly stood in front of me. I've liked you since the first time I met you. These days, I like you a little more every time I see you. I really like you so much. My heart was beating wildly, and I didn't know how to respond. Time seemed to stand still. Don't talk? If you don't talk, I'll take it as your consent. But. I said hurriedly, we don't know each other well enough. Oh. He touched his chin and pretended to think. Are you starting to like the plot of kissing after getting to know each other? It's not a forced kiss. Oh. I thought about it and said, then, let's force a kiss. He laughed, I knew it. As he said that, he kissed me. End. Easter egg 1. Watching the sample actually, I think you are much prettier than the heroine, so I said you should be my heroine. Me, but I want to show my face. Him, that's a prank, this is a serious drama, it's different. Me, but I don't have acting skills. Him, well that's true. My fist just clenched a little. Him, but I just want to date you. My fist loosened a little. Him, but think about it, if I show my face, there will definitely be a lot of people who like you. I'll be jealous. Let us not do it. Easter egg 2. Me, I have a question. When I was drunk and unconscious that day, you forcefully kissed me. Is it considered a crime of molesting a woman? Him, huh? What are you talking about? How could I? Me, are you starting to deny it now? At that time, you clearly said, based on the reaction when I kissed you just now, it's definitely not. And you also said, do you want to try again? Then you forcefully kissed me. Him, I swear to God, I absolutely never said or did it. Me, oh, I have the video of the whole process. You will know it clearly after watching the video. After watching the video, I was dumbfounded. He, look, it's not true. After I came back from the phone call, you were the one who held me and kissed me. I couldn't even pull you away at that time. Me, I was dumbfounded. How could this happen? So all that was just my imagination. He, it's possible. So tell me. What did you imagine? Me, blushing. Of course it's the plot of ours. But, I can't say it at all. He, come on. Say it out loud, and we can recreate it. He. End.